out of control. Good evening, I'm Brenton Awa.
And I'm Mika Miyashima. He also said there's reports of drugs and alcohol. Let's get right out to our team coverage tonight. We've got KITV4's Mauna Navarro live in the newsroom.
But first, we go to Eliza Larson live on Hawaii Island. Eliza.
Brenton and Mika, good evening. Today was the first time we've heard from Governor Ige since he issued that emergency proclamation. He spoke from Hilo today, where he had just met with Mayor Harry Kim of Hawaii County, as well as others, about the continuation of the TMT construction project. And now he stayed in Hilo, and he said at this time he does not have any plans to come up here to Mauna Kea. Now, the governor did talk about his safety point, the point he's sticking to throughout this entire emergency proclamation. He said he's not going to be deploying any state resources to help with the traffic concerns, especially those crossing Daniel K. Inouye Highway here. But he does applaud the efforts of those who are based here, staged here, for helping those people get across safely. Now, the governor did say that the crowd here, which is about 1,000 some people tonight, has been very calm thanks to law enforcement that is on the scene. But he does have some concerns about the pu'uhonua o pu'uhuluhulu, especially when it comes to drugs and alcohol. The governor said today that some of the leaders have been open to discussing these conditions with him. However, some have not, and he wishes them to do more.
Some of these issues we can work towards, some we cannot. But I remain committed to finding those places of common ground. Both the mayor and I have had many discussions with many people, but many of the leaders of this protest do not want to meet. They would rather post to social media, spread rumors and fear, and rather than engage in real-world conversations about how we move forward together.
What you heard just there was the governor trying to cause some of the rumors to stop, especially those that are being spread across social media, like the use of pepper spray and excessive force. He did say he will not be asking for any more National Guard servicemen to come out this way, but for the ones that are here, they're only helping with personnel and transportation needs. So how do the people out here at the base of Mauna Kea, who have been here for more than a week at this point, how do they feel about the governor's statements today? Well, we'll hear from them coming up in a little bit with KITV4's Mackenzie Stasko. But for now, Brenton and Mika, I'm going to send it back to you. Reporting live from the base of Mauna Kea, Eliza Larson, KITV4 Island News.
Eliza, all week, thank you for that. Today, TMT opponent Kalani Flores filed a temporary restraining order against the use of certain police forces on Hawaii Island. Flores is a cultural practitioner and a professor at the Hawaii Community College. He claims police officers from Maui County and Honolulu do not have jurisdiction in Hawaii County. He cites a state law that says county police departments can be deployed to other islands only if the investigation started within their own county. Flores also claims any arrest of those peacefully protesting is a violation of their constitutional rights.
Some of Hawaii's top politicians are sounding off after the governor issued an emergency proclamation. KITV4's Mauna Navarro joins us live in the newsroom. And Mauna, a Hawaii Island lawmaker is asking the governor to postpone construction.
Mika, State Senator Kaiali'i Kahele wants the project halted for 60 days. Tensions continue to build as demonstrators brave the elements. In reality, another round of arrests could happen again. Senator Kai Kahele says he was deeply disturbed after seeing kupuna ushered away and wrote this 2-page letter to Governor Ige asking him to pause the project to erase fears on the mountain.
Whether you're a puna or a keiki, anxiety is high right now. Stress level is high. You know, people can't sleep. And it's going to start to affect the overall health of our state.
If the governor did grant the 60-day pause today, TMT would only have 9 days to start construction before its permit expires. U.S. Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard echoes Kahele's plea to halt construction.
Trust is earned. And and it's wrong that state leaders have approved development of a new telescope on a new site on Mauna Kea without first ensuring the timely removal of decommissioned facilities, along with the full restoration of those sites.
Lieutenant Governor Josh Green also spoke out today about the use of the National Guard on Mauna Kea. He says troops should only be deployed if there is no other way to protect life and safety. He went on to post on Facebook saying, quote, "In my opinion, no single project, not any, is important enough to allow ourselves to damage the fabric of our ohana in Hawaii." On Capitol Hill, U.S. Senator Mazie Hirono expressed fears about the well-being of the demonstrators. In a statement, she says, "I am concerned for the safety of the protectors, including Kupuna, who are exercising their constitutional right to peacefully protest at Mauna Kea. This project has undergone a significant and thorough regulatory and legal review, and I respect that process." Right now, more than a dozen telescopes sit on top of the summit. Not all politicians are opposed to the project progressing on schedule. In a statement, U.S. Congressman Ed Case highlights advancements he believes the telescope could bring, saying, "I support the continuation of world-class astronomy on Mauna Kea, including completion of the TMT, together with the commitment to the removal of 5 current telescopes and to broader community engagement." We should also mention Vermont Senator and presidential candidate Bernie Sanders tweeted earlier today in support of those demonstrators at the base of Mauna Kea. That tweet, though, has since been removed. We reached out to Bernie Sanders' campaign, but have not yet heard back. Reporting live from the newsroom, Mawani K. Navarro, KITV4 Island News.
Thanks, Moani. Let's head right back out to Hawaii Island now.
KITV4's Mackenzie Stasko continues our team coverage tonight. She joins us live from the base of Mauna Kea. Mackenzie.
Yeah, Mika, Brenton, good evening. As you mentioned, we are live here along Mauna Kea Road. We just had some people actually carry some food to the officers. As we mentioned earlier in the show, we have not seen a huge police presence. It is day 5, and all of the people who are here protesting the TMT, although it is day 5, it has been very windy, very chilly here. The spirits are high, and the people here are not standing down. I'll take a step outside of the shot so you can see still quite a few people here. 5 o'clock, we had many people crossed the road, Saddle Road, to get to the Pu'u'ohunua. Now, again, day 5, spirits remain high, and we have seen today at least 1,000 people earlier. Some recognizable faces as well. Andrea Tupola, who ran for governor, also Kim Koko Iwamoto, who ran for lieutenant governor in the last election. And now that we are heading into the weekend, it is Friday. The weekend is here. A lot more people are expected to arrive here at Mauna Kea in support of these protests against construction of the TMT across on top of the mountain that they consider to be sacred. Now, leaders of this protest are hoping that the arrests of the kupuna earlier this week, the aloha that they are displaying, and the mission of protecting the land and protecting the culture will inspire others to come here.
We know that every day that we stop this, every day that goes by without Mauna Kea being desecrated and without the telescope, the 30-meter telescope being put up, is a small win for us. And we're taking these small wins, these little pohakun, we're stacking them up one by one, and eventually at the end of this, we expect to have a super strong paia, a super strong wall that will, keep this telescope off of our mountain.
Now, again, now that it is the weekend, we are expected to have huge crowds here. People are going to be out of work. And of course, as we mentioned, it is the weekend. So here today, about 1,000 people over the weekend. They are expecting huge crowds and preparing for them. We do want to mention that we spoke to DLNR, DoCare, the state law enforcement earlier today. They want to reiterate that they are not going to use excessive force. They have no plans to do that. They also wanted to clarify some rumors that they are not quote unquote preparing for war. The governor earlier today in his press conference mentioned despite these huge crowds and despite these huge demonstrators here at Mauna Kea, as of right now, there are currently no plans to sweep this area or to clear this crowd out. For now, we'll send it back to you inside.
Thanks, Mackenzie. Scientists are expected to use the telescope to explore whether there's life outside of our solar system and how stars and galaxies are formed. The telescope will be able to collect more light than current telescopes on Earth, which means it'll be able to see objects that date back as long as 13 billion years.